I explained in this video makeup essentials beginners actually need. If you're a beginner to makeup, if you're not learning about makeup, there are certain products you do not need in your life right now. Like you don't have to add it to your kit just yet. Start with something, get conversant with something, then you can move on. So if you haven't watched that video where I broke it down, beginners makeup essentials and intermediate makeup essentials, just go watch it. It's short, it's not a long video. So just go watch that and come back, then you understand what I'm talking about. So today we're going to do our makeup. It's just very simple, quick, easy makeup tutorial for beginners. And if I say beginner, I mean people who are now learning how to do makeup. I've said that already, but if you don't even know placements of certain makeup products, you're a beginner to makeup. Because if you ask me, or if I show you this and I say it's a primer, and you ask me, well, what is it used for? You're a beginner to makeup. You don't even know where to place primer. You don't know what to do with a setting spray, what time to spray a setting spray. You are a beginner to makeup. So this makeup is to demonstrate what you really need and not to confuse yourself about other makeup tutorials people are actually teaching beginners, which can be a bit confusing. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. We're going to start off with our primer. It's very important. Even if you are a beginner to makeup, you should prime your face when you're applying makeup. And because you are a beginner to makeup and you don't know much about makeup, doesn't also make you neglect your skincare. You have to do your skincare whether you like it or not. So you have to do your serums, your moisturizer and all that so that your skin is well prepped. Doing your skincare is also part of skin prepping. Your skincare also matters. After you're done with your skincare, you start with your primer. You also have to know your skin type and know what primer works for you. You need to know your skin type before moving on to know which primer to use or which primer works for your skin. We have oily skin, we have dry skin, we have combination skin. Combination is when you tend to get oily, mostly in your T-zone, but your outer area is mostly dry. Dry skin, you don't get oily at all. Your face is always dry. Oily skin, all over your face tends to get oily so much. These are the skin types, so you need to observe your skin and then you know what type your skin is and what primer works for you. So if you have combination skin, you have to use a mattifying primer in the oily area and then a hydrating primer in your outer parts that is dry. If you have a dry skin, you're going for a hydrating primer. If you have oily skin, you're going for a mattifying primer all over your face. So I'm going to use a mattifying primer. I was telling you guys in my previous video, I used to have a combination skin, but recently, I don't know, I tend to get oily all over my face. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm just going to prime with the mattifying primer. And you guys know this is, it's not new to you here. Unless you are new here. Welcome, by the way. If you are, this is the classic mattifying face primer. And I'm just going to prime all over my face with this primer. I'm looking a little bit whitish, which is okay. It's because of the mattifying primer. It's going to look like that on your skin. But I'm moving on to foundation. So you need a foundation that matches your skin tone. That is not light than your face and that is not dark than your face. Because with this type of makeup or with this beginner type makeup, you don't need we're not going to use any concealer to balance our contour, to balance out. No. So you need a perfect match of foundation for your face. Perfect match. Do you get it? So I'm going to be mixing these two foundations, the Becharm Ageless and Zickle Cosmetics foundation. The Becharm Ageless is in the shade bronze and the Zickle is in the shade bronze also. Yeah. So I'm going to mix these two to get my perfect shade. I love mixing foundations. It's just my thing. I'm mixing the foundations because one is too dark and the other is too light. So I mix both so that I can get a perfect shade. I'm going to blend this into my skin. You have to go in with a foundation brush, a very dense kabuki or stiff brush. Like it's not dispersed. How to explain? You don't have to go in with fluffy or dispersed brush like this so that you're going to get the product to be where exactly you placed it, and it's also going to be very easy for you to blend. Okay, just tap tap tap, don't drag. I don't want to see you do this when you're applying your foundation. No, tap it into your skin. And you are applying foundation as a beginner to makeup just to even out your skin tone. So if you have blemishes and some dark spots, the foundation is going to help balance out your skin tone and make it very even for you so that you look presentable when you go out. Do you get it? And I'll usually tell you to leave your under eye because you apply a concealer there and all that so that it doesn't crease. But this time around, we are not applying any concealer. We are beginners to makeup. We do not know much about makeup, so we feel like we don't need concealer yet in our kit. Yeah, so we are going to cover our under eye. And you notice how I'm going in with small products at a time. Don't go in with a lot of product at a go. If you don't have this tray for foundations or any cream products, just put it at the back of your hand. Go in at a time. Don't put everything on your face and start rubbing it on your face. That's not how you apply makeup. Put it at the back of your hand. Go in with the brush. And I recommend using a brush than a beauty sponge because the brush is going to make you have more control of what you're doing. And the sponge can be a little bit dicey. It's going to sometimes be hard for you to blend. And our foundation is perfectly blended all over my skin. I wish you guys can see an up close of the foundation on my skin. It looks well blended, no patchiness, matches my skin tone. And that is how you want to look. This is how you want to look. Perfectly blended. When you tap your foundation in, it is not going to create patchiness. When you do your skincare, when you prime before you do your makeup, it is also not going to cause patchiness. So that is why it's so important to do all these things before you apply your foundation or apply your makeup so that your makeup comes out first flawless. I really love how it's looking on me. It's so nice. I'm just going to go in with a bit more foundation to cover up my spot here. Just tap it in. The next thing we are going to do is to set our foundation in place. Like I already mentioned, you're a beginner to makeup. You do not need the concealers, the bronzers, the contour and all that. It might be a bit confusing for you, so you don't need all that. You are done with your foundation. You just set it in place with your face powder. Then I'm going to be using the middle one. You have to use a powder close to your skin shade or closest to your foundation, and you have to use a powder brush to set your foundation in place. This is a powder brush. It's fluffy, or you can also use this type. You see, it's big, fluffy to set all over your face. If you're in a hurry, you can go in for something like this. But I love using this type brush because of the way it's slanted. It packs on the foundation onto my skin very well and sets the foundation very well. I recommend you using such a brush, but if you don't have, just go in for the powder brush and set your foundation in place. So with this too, we are going to go in the same way as the foundation method and then dab it on one at a time. Okay, just dab it in, okay, so that it sets the foundation in place and it's not going to move. If you go in like this, it's going to move the foundation that you've already applied and it's not going to look nice. Your skin is going to look patchy and all that. Don't be scared of the products. The fact that I said go in with a little at a time doesn't mean you cannot build it up. Make sure it just sets your face. Everything is really set. And I forgot to mention, if you have a darker neck than your body, always blend your foundation to your neck so that it matches your entire body. Then you also set that place in place with the powder. I also explained in this video how to get a perfect foundation shade. So if you want to learn about that, you can also watch this video. This is how flawless your skin should be looking after these 3 steps to applying your makeup as a beginner. This is how your face is supposed to be looking: smooth, spotless, very nice. Okay, now we're moving on to our brows. That can be very tricky. Brows needs time. Like, I know your brows need time. I also have a short video on how to do your brows, so you can check it out, but I'll do a detailed brow tutorial. I actually have do I have a detailed brow tutorial on here? If I do, I'm going to put it somewhere. If you guys want me to film like a detailed brow tutorial, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be glad to do that. To get that clean, precise brows, you also have to shave your brows. You have to trim your brows, okay? Not shave everything, but trim it. Just make it look nice. I've actually not trimmed my brows. It's looking a bit messy, which is okay. I'm going to work with it today. But if you want to get that nice looking brows, just trim it so that it's also easier for you to do your brows and clean them up and it's going to look nice. Okay, fill them in just the regular way I do my brows, the same to the top. And you're also supposed to use a brown or dark brown pencil for your brows. Don't go in for black pencil. It's a no. Don't use a black pencil for your brows. Like that. Yeah. And I did mention earlier that as a beginner, you do not need any concealer. Yes, you do not need concealers for your under eyes, but you do need concealers to clean your brows. So you just get a concealer you're going to clean your brows with, which is like 1 shade or 2 shades lighter than your foundation. Don't go in with this type of concealer brush. As a beginner, no, this is not going to help you. Always go in with angled brush type like this. I'm picking up the concealer, put it at the back of my hand, turn the brush up and down like the side so that it flattens the brush. Just go in to clean up the brows just the same way I drew it. So I'm just going to clean it up like that. And I just clean up the bottom part of my brows, but if you want to do top and down, you can do top and down. I know as a beginner to makeup, even drawing your brows this good can be a problem. So you probably need a top and down cleanup, which is perfectly fine. Do your brows first if you do top and down cleanup, okay? I'm done cleaning my brows and I'm going to go in with a blending brush. This is like a small version of your foundation brush. It gives you control of the product. Tap the product in. Always tap all your cream products that you apply on your face. Tap it in, okay? Don't swipe. Tap. After you're done with your brows, you go in to apply a mascara. I have lashes on, so I can't apply a mascara. But you go in and apply your mascara. Then you go ahead to line your lips for your lipstick application. Beginner or not, you still need to line your lips, okay? I'm using this one from Color Care. It's their brown lip liner. Then you go in with a lip gloss or lipstick shade you prefer. I'm going to apply mascara to my lower lashes. The perfect way to apply mascara to your lower lashes without messing up your under eye is to always look up. And I think that's about it. You're actually done with your makeup. If you have and you want to, you can go in with a setting spray or a finishing spray to lock everything in, but it's not really a must, so you can leave it like this and you're done. This is very basic and you might be wondering, is this all I need? Yes, baby, this is all you need. As a beginner to makeup, you do not have to confuse yourself with a lot of products. If you do this back and forth, that you know you can do this with no struggle, then you know you're ready to move on. And you can see we didn't even use a lot of products, a lot of brushes. It was just like 5 brushes and some products. You know, this is what you need as a beginner. Don't confuse yourself. Buy this set. Use this every time. And when you know you can do this with no struggle, then you know you're ready for the intermediate stage, which I'll be explaining in my next video. I don't know if it's going to come just next after this. This is going to teach you like the basics of makeup. Then after that, you can add-ons. And then now you're a pro to makeup and you can do your makeup perfect. I hope this was helpful and you guys learned a thing or two. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. And if you watched this to this time and you're not subscribed, baby girl or baby boy, subscribe, join the family. We'd love to have you here. Love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. But don't just leave without watching another video of mine. So you can click on this playlist, which is also going to give you makeup tutorials like this that you're going to learn a lot from. What are you waiting for? Click on it now.